Baddies USA episode 4 titled Bad Meets Wild. So the episode starts off right in the middle of Summer versus Tasiki. The whole time Summer's being annoying. Everybody's telling her, be quiet, shut up, go in the house. So she finally goes in the house, and what does everybody do? They follow her in the house, which makes no sense at all. Summer's like in this room with a curtain, and Tasiki goes in there, and all of a sudden we just see boom, 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 boom. Like the camera is shaking, everybody's yelling. I see Big Lex on the bed, like, okay, all right, enough. And then all of a sudden, when you see Summer, her lip is all twisted and up. I mean, Tasiki got her lip real good. Like, even the way she was talking was different. But you know, Summer is still being Summer. She's steady. I don't care. I meant what I said. I believe Krishan. Even in social media, like today, she's still standing on everything that she's saying. Tasiki all of a sudden starts turning on Tommy. Tommy, you're a Gemini. Why are you letting this shit slide? Like, go talk to her. She listens to you. I'm like, okay. I don't understand what her being a Gemini has to do with anything. Point being, Tasiki wants Tommy to try to talk to Krishan because I guess Krishan listens to Tommy, but I mean, Tommy steady yelling at Tasiki, talking about, stop crying. Why are you crying in front of her? You're a lion. You're a lion. Stop doing that shit. Like, she doesn't like anybody to cry. Last time with Summer, the same thing. When Summer started crying, Summer saying, she was like, shut up. The same thing right now. She's like, Tasiki, stop that shit. You're a lion. Tighten up. And I understand both Summer and Tasiki are super drunk at this point. I mean, you could tell the way they're talking, the way they're walking, the way they're moving. Like, okay, so the scene cuts and we see Dolly and she's approaching Cold Killer and Tavy Baby, who are standing outside. And Dolly is basically saying to Cold Killer that, like, in the beginning when I first met you and I said I liked your music, I really meant that. But since you fell out with my friend, aka Summer, I was just pretty much standing by Summer, and really, we don't have any issues. She's trying to make amends with Cold Killer, and I think that's very big of Dolly. Cold Killer ain't buying that at all. Cold Killer feels like Dolly is just doing this because of the backlash that she got online from last season. People is calling Dolly a hater and all that. And I understand Cold Killer's reservations because of everything that she went through with this girl last season on Baddies Africa. Like, especially towards the beginning when Dolly was literally provoking her and attacking her for no reason. Like, there was a point where Dolly made fun of her because she had black eyes and started fighting her. And mid-season, remember, Dolly literally threw horse at Cold Killer, and this was after Dolly literally had told everybody she can't fight because her arm is messed up. I understand Cold Killer. It does seem a little bit weird, and Dolly is like, no, it's growth. I do believe Dolly is being authentic and genuine here because in Baddies Africa, if y'all remember, when Dolly went up to Pretty P and she said the exact same thing. She said, Pretty P, you're last season, okay? We ain't doing last season no more. Basically, you know, me and you had beef last season and we're not gonna repeat that. We're gonna just move forward, and they squashed it. So I think Dolly was just trying to do the same thing here with Cold Killer. She was just trying to squash it and leave last season's beef in last season. But like, while they're talking, in the middle of them talking, Tinkerbella comes out and she makes a beeline straight towards Cold Killer. I'm like, Lord, please tell me they're not about to fight again. It's not possible. This has to be the world record of like how many times somebody fought the same person in one night. So here they are, they're squaring up again. Fauna, in my opinion, she's a little bit too neutral in her confessional. Here's Tinkerbella and Cold Killer again. They're going at it again, and you know, they're just both hotheads. Like, stand by your friend, girl. I know you don't have an issue with Tinkerbella, but like, all of her confessionals, she's way too neutral. She won't even say like, my girl Cold Killer did her big one. Like, my girl Cold Killer got that. Like, are you Cold Killer's friend or not? I don't know. But yeah. Anyways, here they are. They're squared up again. But I get it because Tinkerbella, you know, she's mad because Cold Killer snuck her. So I understand why she came and she wants to get her look back. But Tinkerbella can't even see right now. That's the crazy part. And then she has her hat dragged all the way right here on top of her face because I think she's trying to hide that her eye is shut. But I'm like, girl, that's just limiting your visibility even more. Take that shit off. You literally are like this trying to fight. You can't see shit. Like, they squaring up. Tinkerbella, she said, boom, 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 boom. Before security came and broke them apart, Cold Killer admitted that Tinkerbella won. She literally said she got that, which, like I said, I respect Cold Killer because she always does that. She admits when she loses. I find that commendable because a lot of these girls are delusional and they talk about they won when they didn't. Tavy Baby is the one that goes up to Tinkerbella and she tries to tell Tinkerbella, like, that's enough. Please, y'all need to stop fighting. Tinkerbella and her get into an argument. And see, that's exactly what I mean. Like, it should have really been Fauna to do that if Fauna's gonna have Cold Killer's back. Remember last season in Africa? Like, Fauna literally took a fade for Cold Killer. She literally fought for her. So it's kind of funny right now that she's just watching her friend go through 7, 8, 9, 10 rounds and not even like doing anything at all. Just saying. I didn't want her to jump in and like fight for her, but I'm saying like she could have at least said something to Tinkerbella like, girl, that's enough. No, y'all fought how many times? Like, no. The scene cuts and we see Summer and Lex. Lex is still trying to talk to Summer. Summer literally is not having it. Summer is so pissed off because she feels like Lex is not standing behind her. She just keeps telling Lex like, shut up, don't say nothing to me, don't try to help me, I don't want your help. Lex is literally following this girl around the house. Once again, I completely understand Big Lex's point. Summer doesn't want to fight Tasiki, so her continuing to antagonize Tasiki doesn't make any sense, and that's what Lex is trying to tell this girl. And she asked her again, she literally said, Summer, what do you want me to do when you antagonize her and Tasiki comes after you? What do you want me to do? Summer said nothing, and then Lex said, okay, then don't complain and talk and say that I didn't do nothing and I'm not helping you. She just makes no sense at all. Literally, there's video footage of her saying to Big Lex, get that bee out of my face, get her away from me. But here she is saying, no, I don't want you to do nothing. She's contradicting herself. Summer's mentality is like, you're either with me or against me, okay? You ain't doing none of that neutral Fauna shit. Summer is making me laugh right now. The way she's talking, she's like, intern, can I have some aquifer? I don't need ice. I just need aquifer for my lip right here. Like, y'all don't see that this girl is beyond faded? Please, somebody take Summer, put her to bed. And Big Lex, the one critique that I'll make about Big Lex is like, you gotta know when to stop. You keep steady trying to talk to Summer, and she's not receiving it. So understand that she's probably not gonna receive it, and just let it go and talk to the girl tomorrow or the next day. You're just adding more fuel to the fire and making her more angry because you're coming at her. That's how she feels. So the scene cuts and we see Smiley. Smiley's entering into the mansion. Literally, her arm is wrapped up in a cast. I'm like, oh my gosh. It happened on the very first night. Of course it's Smiley. Of course. Didn't she fuck up her hand at the reunion too? Like, she's always effing up her hand. This girl is so stupid. She's like, meet the baddie cast with her watch literally like wrapped up around her cast. Like, this girl is goofy. I wish Smiley had hands. She actually is such a character, but oh my gosh, girl, you need to take some boxing lessons or something. Cold Killer, go ask Cold Killer. Tasiki and Tommy Lee are sitting on the grass. Kumbaya, literally face to face. Tasiki is crying to the point where she's snotty and her voice is literally like crackling. This is too much. Tommy Lee is trying to tell Tasiki that like Krishan is not on it. She just wants to be sisters with you. Tasiki's like, how? She won't fix it though. Like, I guess in Tasiki's mind, she wants Krishan to stand up to Summer, do something, like either say something or go punch her. Cause it's like, if you're gonna, you know, be with me, why are you letting somebody else use the words that you put out there against me? And the fact that Krishan is not doing that just speaks volumes. It speaks volumes. And I'm so mad because I said this in my last episode and I cut it out, but literally I was saying that I think Krishan apologized not because she's admitting to lying. I think she apologized for putting the truth out there. And literally what comes out on social media, Krishan says exactly that. According to Krishan, of course, that's her truth. I don't feel right like picking a side saying I believe this person, because it's just such serious allegations. Yeah, pretty much I feel like Tasiki was trying to manipulate the situation here and she was trying to make it seem like Krishan was apologizing for lying, or she wanted Krishan to say that she lied on camera, but she didn't. She stood on her truth, and that's the reason why she's not going against Summer either. Tommy Lee asks Tasiki, what do you want Krishan right now? What do you want her to do? And Tasiki literally says, I want her to apologize for making up lies, for saying that I'm an R word, for dishonoring me or putting all of that out there, which are lies. Literally, she keeps saying that. And she breaks down, she cries, she gets emotional, which is understandable. Because this isn't just baddie shit. This is real life. Tommy just goes in and she gives her a hug. She sees her, crying. So Tommy Lee gets up and she goes to find Krishan because she wants to talk to Krishan and try to make amends with the sisters. I kind of felt Tommy Lee because she was like saying, I'm an older sister and I know how it is with the younger sisters. We raise them and all that. And I'm a younger sister. I have 2 twin sisters that are older than me. And that's facts. Like, they helped raise me. They did so much for me. I just could never, ever do something like that to my siblings, no matter how much they pissed me off. At the same time though, you shouldn't do things for people just to hold it against them later, because I've heard Tasiki say many times, like, I raised Krishan. Okay, I don't think Krishan asked you to do that. You're not mom, so don't get it twisted. Yes, you might have done motherly things and taken care of her and all that, but you're not mom at the end of the day. I think that distinction needs to be clear. You're still sister. Some of y'all might not agree, but if you're a younger sibling, you would understand this. So Krishan literally is telling Tommy Lee, like, I've been trying to talk this whole time. She's maintaining her level of calm. She's like, she won't let me talk. Every time I try to talk, she interrupts me. Tasiki won't let me talk, like, which is true. That's what we've seen. Okay, so Tasiki and Krishan finally get to speak alone. Nobody else is there. I just noticed too, Tasiki has a big old scratch on her face. I was like, damn, is that from fighting Summer? But anyways, Tasiki is basically saying that behind the scenes, her and Krishan talked about this and Krishan took accountability. But in front of the people, in front of the cameras, Krishan's not wanting to take accountability for anything, which she's not. She's really not. Krishan, she just doesn't want to talk about it at all. It's like, why are you bringing this up again? Why do you keep bringing this up? This is dumb. We were just cool yesterday until you came out of the hotel acting all crazy and bringing shit up. And like, I understand Tasiki because Tasiki's like, I need you to say what we discussed on camera as well, so everybody else can hear it. This is how the whole thing started, was you putting the information out online in front of the camera. So this is how it should end too. So I completely understand that, but it doesn't seem like Krishan wants to. And honestly, it makes a lot of sense now because I don't think Krishan ever admitted that she lied. I think she was always just saying she regrets telling her truth. Yeah, anyways, they didn't come to a resolution. That's the point. Krishan is literally like, I'm not even fighting this season. I'm just using my words. But you see how people like don't want no smoke with me? See how nobody wants smoke with me? She literally talking shit, saying that people are just doing shit for clout. I'm like, who are you talking about? Are you talking about Tasiki? Like, oh my gosh, put a name on it, girl. It's not like you didn't punk anybody, in my opinion. But anyways. Okay, so Natalie finally comes out of nowhere and she rounds up the girls and she's like, there's one more person that I want y'all to meet, as if we didn't have enough girls. There's another person that's gonna come drop by. And guess who that is? Baddie's Gone Wild, Daisy, the villain of Baddie's Gone Wild. I did recap the whole Baddie's Gone Wild season 1 on my channel if y'all want to go and watch that. Anyways, Rollie is immediately getting ready because she knows that this is about to be a fight. Her and Daisy have been going back and forth on social media. Rollie was saying that you just mad because everybody was calling you like Rollie Jr., which they were. When Daisy first came on Baddie's Gone Wild, they were saying, oh my god, she looks like Rollie, she acts like Rollie, like just a little baby version of Rollie, right? Which I wouldn't take offense to that, but I don't know where things went south. But yeah, it's up right now. And Anna literally is telling everybody from the very beginning, Rollie's not gonna fight alone. So Anna is saying that like Daisy was talking shit about her and DTB, saying that they disrespected Natalie Nunn. So that's why Anna has smoke with Daisy. I mean, where's the lie though? Y'all did disrespect Natalie Nunn. It's kind of true. Anna, you literally fought her. Where's the lie? Why is that like have to... Anyways. Daisy is literally like trying to talk first. She's like, what happened about tax bracket and kids? Rollie doesn't even want to talk about it. She's like, girl, let's go. You got one round with me. That's it. I'm about to give you one round. So Daisy starts taking off her jewelry, her purse. They square up and here we go. Rollie versus Daisy. Whew, I remember Daisy's fights from Baddie's Gone Wild, and I remember that Daisy is a heavy hitter. Rollie hits hard too. But in this fight, I really feel like Daisy took that because Daisy was literally punching so hard. She was getting Rollie in her head. Rollie was hitting her, but from the camera angle, you really couldn't see Rollie's punches. To me, it looked like Daisy took that, even though Anna Mac came in the side and got like a lick or two in on her. Still, I feel like Daisy took that one. And that's crazy because I don't think Rollie's took an L since Jayla Baddie South, right? That is crazy. This might be her first L since then. Oh my gosh. Rollie is pissed off. She starts yelling, "No money for the baby." That's what happened on the Baddies Gone Wild reunion when somebody in the audience yelled that and Daisy got up like, "What? Who ain't got no money for the baby?" So of course that triggers Daisy and she said, "What?" She went up there. Boom, boom, boom. She starts knocking on Rollie again. Rollie grabs a hold of her. Security comes. They break that up pretty fast. But yeah, I will go ahead and say that Daisy took that one. Again, it was such a short fight. And I feel like Rollie low-key admitted it too in her confessionals because she said, Daisy can fight, but like, what's that gonna do for her? Like, I could have upgraded your whole life if you would have listened to me, but you want to go against me. So, you know, basically she's saying she lost. Oh my gosh. Anna, again, I didn't even notice her little self. She jumped in again. Boop, boop, boop. You know, I honestly don't feel like Daisy even felt Anna's hits. It didn't look like she was hitting hard at all. But yeah, it's crazy that it's taking Rollie and Anna jumping Daisy. And yeah, Daisy is still winning. Scotty is talking about if she wasn't pregnant, she would be sneaking Daisy too. Because Daisy had a lot to say about Scotty online. I said, well, you're not going to be pregnant forever. So we're going to hold you to that. You might want to take that back, Scotty, because Daisy, she's gonna remember that shit. Like, yeah, she's gonna come after you in the future. That was not the wisest thing to say. By the way, oh my god, Scotty in this confessional, what happened to your foundation, girl? She's taking a page out of Mariah's book. Her face is so yellow and her body, it does not match at all. Like, I need you girls to listen to me. It's okay to be neutral. I don't know why all y'all want to be yellow wearing yellow foundation. This is how you look when you do that. You look crazy. Buy neutral colored foundation. It will look beautiful on you. You'll still even have a little bit of yellow to you naturally. Rollie's so pissed off, she's literally ripping up Daisy's wig, pretty much making her exit, going upstairs, still talking her. Biggie's in her confessionals capping so hard. She's gonna talk about yeah, Daisy was keeping up with her, but Rollie definitely took that. And then Anna came in there. I was like, girl, stop it. This is what I was talking about earlier with the delusional confessionals. You need to be more like Cocula and just tell the truth. Daisy's like, who jumped in? Who jumped in? Summer said, Anna. She wanted to tell so fast. That was so funny. She snitched on Anna so fast. I don't even blame her though, because Anna snuck her and came after her how many times? Oh my gosh. Rollie is talking about, Daisy, your ass looks like a bag of potatoes. Daisy's like, oh, look at your ass. Like, girl, you had to get surgery. And it's kind of true. It's like, how you gonna come for somebody when you literally admitted that you didn't have a nice ass, so you got surgery to make your body look better? Now, I'm not trying to pick and choose, but for me, Daisy has the nicer body. It's my opinion, and I'm sticking with it. What? Stop. Rollie's in her confessional saying that Daisy body shamed her. Didn't you start it? Did you not literally say your ass looks like a bag of potatoes? You body shamed her first. All of the girls are supporting Rollie, which is understandable because Rollie's been around here since like season 2. She's an OG, a real OG. So of course they're gonna stick behind her and nobody's really on Daisy's side. But yeah, Daisy is literally down front and center. She's still talking shit. She really starts turning her legs inward and standing like Rollie. She's like, come on, let's go one more time. Yeah, you can't with me. You can't with me, which honestly, that's what it looks like because Rollie's doing the walk of shame, walking away, and Daisy's down there like still going. So Daisy goes and she checks Anna. She's like, why the F did you jump in? And Anna's like, because you were talking shit about us online. What she said, that you disrespected Natalie, that is not enough for you to jump her, girl. No. You act like she called you out of your name or something. She's like, let's go. But do they fight? Of course not. Of course they weren't gonna let Anna fight Daisy. I mean, this is the part that's kind of annoying because Anna is steady talking about people, steady sneaking people, and doesn't have to fight. It's not fair at all. I need a cold killer in this moment to be like, I hope the cameras caught Anna ducking wrecking this bee. Because literally, that's who it should be. I like Anna too, so don't get me wrong, but notorious. This is notorious. Yeah, it's crazy to say, but I'm more so on Daisy's side, which if you watch Baddies Gone Wild, Daisy was pretty much like a bully, and I was like not on her side. It's crazy how things have changed, and I'm actually defending Daisy right now. So anyways, they're trying to end the night. They're saying like, that's it. They have rehearsals. Rollie is trying to dismiss Daisy, like, you gotta go back to your hotel. Goodbye. Which I'm just like, I don't know about y'all, but I really don't like when they do this. When they just bring in somebody just to fight and then have them leave. Like when they did that to Ivory and they brought Mel, I didn't like that. I was like, what the fuck is the point of this? Like, why? If you're gonna bring somebody in, like they should come in to stay longer than just one fight. If you're gonna bring somebody in my opinion, they should stay at least a night or two. Like not just for a fight. That's just so weird. It's like literally you're turning this into a boxing match. Yeah, anyways. Okay, so the scene cuts and we see everybody surrounded by an island. All of a sudden we hear Summer's voice. She's yelling at Mariah saying, you're copping, please. Apparently Mariah was trying to ask Cold Killer why she snuck Tinkerbella, and Summer got in the middle of that. Summer does what Summer does best. Insert herself into everybody's business. Which, like I said, it's not a problem if you're willing to back it up. This argument doesn't even make any sense. Like, I don't even think Summer knows what's going on. She's just trying to insert herself. Fauna kind of broke the fourth wall a little bit. Like, she looked dead in the camera. Eating her apples looked dead in the camera. Like, what the is going on? And she had another confessional, and I said, they must really love Fauna, the producers and stuff, because if y'all notice, Fauna gets a lot of confessionals. There are girls on this cast that have only gotten like 1 or 2 confessionals. Fauna is on her like 10th confessional. I don't know. She doesn't even have the best confessionals in my opinion. That's why I notice it, because her confessionals are just blah. They're just stating the obvious or being super neutral. They're not funny. They're not entertaining. She's not saying anything crazy or anything. Okay, so they're in the sprinters. They're on their way to rehearsals. And who are they talking about? None other than Summer herself. Scotty is talking saying that like Summer might have a CTE from repeated head injury. I'm like, this is exactly the type of that got you in trouble last season, Scotty. You of all people need to just be neutral. You're pregnant. Don't talk shit. Like, girl, come on now. But yeah, Fauna surprised me because Fauna opened her mouth and said she feels sorry for Summer. I did not expect that one. I was like, wow. Oh my gosh. Now Fauna and Tavy Baby going at it. Y'all can't make fun of the big 3 falling out. How fast this friendship started and ended. No, but literally, Fauna said that she feels bad for Summer and Tavy Baby wasn't feeling it. Tavy Baby was like, girl, Summer is a weirdo. She doesn't know how to keep her mouth shut. Like, why would you feel bad for her? I don't feel bad for her. And Fauna's getting pissed off. She's like, you can't tell me who I could feel bad for. But yeah, this escalated to a point I did not expect. We switched to the other sprinter. And of course, who is it? Summer, none other. This is the Summer show, as it always is. And Summer's saying like, nobody on this bus has any issues except for me. She's starting to feel like she's the lone man. She's the only one that got problems. And it's funny because like Tinkerbella's sitting right next to her with like ice pack on her forehead. So like, what are you talking about? A couple of girls on that bus have issues. It's not just you. Here comes Big Legs. You make issues, girl. It's like, come on now. Don't keep pushing it. That's what I'm saying. There is a time and a place for everything. You don't have to correct somebody right then and there, especially when they're not receiving it and they're intoxicated. Rollie's trying to talk some sense into Summer. Rollie's literally like, didn't y'all agree that they were not going to jump into your fight? Because Dolly and Big Legs, they did not agree with what you said about Tasiki and the family business. Like, didn't y'all agree you were gonna fight alone and you were okay with that? And Summer said, okay, thank you, Rollie. The way that Summer is talking right now, I hope it's just alcohol and not something more, because it's starting to feel like that. Summer kind of says like, yeah, that's true, but Big Lex is the one that told her that like Krishan was talking on the internet. So if you're gonna say that to me, say that to his face too. I still don't think just because she said that, that means that she has to now step in when you guys already agreed that you were gonna fight your own battle. Suki is saying in the confessionals kind of what the fans have been saying. Suki is literally calling out the fact that Big 3 always jump in for each other in the past. So why now when it comes to Tasiki, y'all don't want to jump in? A couple of y'all pointed out, you know, what's different now? Summer's always been this way. It's weird that her friends are changing now. But my thing is, yes, Summer has always been crazy. She's always been loud, and especially like during the season premiere, it's usually been about her. Baddies Midwest, all of the girls were against her. She almost got bullied on Baddies Midwest. Like, you could kind of feel sorry for Summer, but she fought everybody. Like, she stood 10 toes down. She wasn't scary. She fought against everybody.
I don't give a because I still won't smoke with all you bitches who try me on that motherfucking Sprinter. I'm not no hoe. I'm not ducking no motherfucking fade bitch on my mama. I want you, and you.
Same thing. Baddies Africa came. She went crazy. She said her whole Emmett Till comment, you know. But once again, she fought everybody. She wasn't scary.
Let me your baddest bitch. Let me go. On my mama, let me go. I want to fight. Come here. What I
The difference now is that she doesn't actually want to fight Tasiki. So that's why I still stand by, be quiet, just shut up. You're literally running around this whole mansion to avoid this girl going in the house, but you're still talking shit. You're still calling her out of her name, still calling her the R word. You're still antagonizing her. This would only make sense if she wasn't afraid to fight Tasiki and she's like, what's up? I don't care. Then I would have nothing to say. But Summer doesn't want to fight Tasiki. That's the thing.
Get away from me. Get away from me, please. Stop. You irritating.
So that's where I just like, I don't agree. She really just needed to listen to her friends, because you know what? Even right now on social media, Summer is talking about how Baddies is too much and she's quitting because she has all of these injuries and everybody wants to fight Summer. It's Summer. Maybe you wouldn't feel that way if you listened to Big Lexa and Dolly and stopped antagonizing everybody, girl. Like, your friends might have been able to help you here. This whole thing could have been avoided if she just stayed quiet. And I'm not even saying like she gotta be a and just not say nothing at all. But like after the first, second, third time, that was enough and she could have stopped. And second of all, Dolly made a great point because she was like, I fought Tasiki one-on-one. Did anybody jump in for me? Did Summer come and jump in? No. So like, I don't understand why people would be expecting me to do the same. Back in the other Sprinter, they're still talking about Summer. Anna was like, yeah, I used to feel sorry for her too until I realized she has no remorse for the shit that she says, which I do have to agree with Anna. I think that's 100% true. She has no remorse. She said about Emmett Till. She said that crazy thing in the audition to that girl that got shot. She has a very slick mouth, and yeah, I don't think she has any remorse at all. If anything, she just posts this very, very artificial ChatGPT apology on her stories, and that's it. It's just to save face. But does she really regret that stuff? I don't think so. But yeah, Fauna's like, no, she needs guidance. She needs guidance. I'm like, no, because Big Lex and Dolly have been trying to guide her this whole night, day and night, and it's not working. Summer is not the type of person that like responds to guidance. Rollie goes off on Summer because she didn't like the fact that like Summer was saying that she likes Daisy. Rollie's trying to check Summer about that. She's like, girl, you are weird and you're fake and you better stay out of my face. And she even goes on to say like, you're being weird even to your own friends. Like, what is wrong with you, girl? So like, if multiple people are saying the same thing, it must be true. And it must be you. Rollie starts going off. She starts threatening Summer like, you don't want me to say what I heard you say about Dolly and Rollie. You don't want me to reveal that. Dolly said, what? Summer was talking shit about us? Like, Summer gets up like, say it. Rollie's like, what the are you getting up for? Like, I know you're not trying to fight. Like, girl, what? I don't know if I believe Rollie. I don't know. I feel like she might be lying on this. I don't know. Rollie makes me laugh in the confessionals because she's like, you know what? If this was the old me, I would have just smacked the shit out of Summer. But like, I don't really like to fight people when they're drunk. I'm like, girl, shut the front door. Last season, you knocked LCK out when she was drunk and you hit LCK so fast. Like, stop trying to act like you're such a different person right now. Rollie's literally up in Summer's face and just kind of tries to tell Summer that like, you're wrong and the way you've been treating your friends is wrong. Like, literally the way you got Dolly into some is wrong. Like, literally, I think that's what Summer fails to understand, is that her mouth does get her friends involved. Like, she's the reason why Dolly and Tinkerbella started fighting. Her friends literally are getting physically injured for her. And I think she doesn't see that. She doesn't appreciate that at all. So Summer's like, I appreciate and respect what you say. But at the same time, she says she feels how she feels and she doesn't understand why she's the bad guy. So like I said, no remorse, no accountability. at all. She just keeps saying that like Big Lex and Dolly said that they were gonna do stuff, and that's why she's mad because they didn't do anything when the situation happened. Which I'm like, to be fair, they did everything except fight. They were in between almost the whole time. They were in between Tasiki and Summer. And like I said, Dolly fell all the way down the stairs for Summer. Dolly got punched in her face for Summer. Like Summer accidentally hit Dolly in her eye. She was like, ah! Like Dolly took so many beatings for this girl. Lex, the same thing. She was in the middle. She was literally had her arms around Summer like this at one point, trying to protect her from Tasiki. So it's not like they did nothing. Nothing would be them on the sideline, far away, watching. Kind of like the reunion when Biggie was watching Anna get jumped. That would be doing nothing. I can't with this narrative. I need Summer to stop saying this. I need everybody to stop saying that they're scary because they didn't come and help when Tasiki was fighting Summer, and Krishan even asked, why y'all let her beat up Summer like that? Like, I need y'all to stop, because where was this energy when it was Dolly versus Tasiki? How come nobody came for Big Lex and Summer and said, how come you let Tasiki do her like that? Why didn't y'all help? Why? Summer's so entitled. Why did she feel like she has to get defended, but she won't defend her friends against Tasiki? Like, no, this is a double standard here. And I don't know what was discussed behind the scenes, behind closed doors, but Summer is even contradicting herself. She literally in the one sentence says, yeah, I don't want them to fight. And then in the second sentence, she says, yeah, why didn't y'all have my back? You said you were gonna do behind the scenes. Like, girl, you're a walking contradiction. You don't even know what you're saying. That's why I don't believe her, and I believe Bad Dolly and Lex. Okay, wait. This was really weird. How this started didn't make no sense at all. You hear Big Gretch. Big Gretch is saying Summer is gonna have a reality check tomorrow morning, and you see Summer like pop her fan like that. Dolly was like, girl, you better stop playing with me. Summer said, Tink is gonna play with you. Whew, that's not something a friend would say, girl. So of course Dolly reached over, boom, she grabbed that fan out of Summer's hands. Oh my God, how fast you have turned on your friends. This, you can tell though, it was edited very weirdly, because literally in 1 second Dolly's twerking and the next second she's next to Summer and snatching the fan out of Summer's hand. You could tell that it was chopped and edited. Stop. They arrived at the rehearsal studio, but I said that because I was like, Fauna has another confessional. Wait a second, we haven't even heard from some of the girls this episode. Is Fauna the new narrator of Baddies? She doesn't even make music. Why is she having this confessional slot right now? Give it to one of the girls that actually make music. What the what do we have to listen to Fauna say? Yay, we're here at the rehearsal studio. I don't do music, but I'm excited. Like, oh my gosh. Oh shoot, we got the BGC girls pulling up to the rehearsals too. I did not expect that. We got Tanisha, I see Low London, Seven, Bree, and Janelle. Just some of the BGC girls. Oh my God, this is a lot. They get inside, Bobby Lights comes into the building. Just like, how many people do we need? But I did notice that Tommy Lee rolled her eyes immediately as soon as she saw Bobby. She said, ugh. Like her face was like, no. So last to enter, of course, is Miss Natalie Nunn. And I just noticed they're at Karma, which totally reminded me of Jersey Shore, right? I was like, what the didn't Karma get shut down? No, I'm just kidding. I know it's not the same one. So Natalie Nunn tells them pretty much like this season, they're not going to be touring and doing like club appearances. This season, they're going to be performing shows, like actually renting out whole venues, which I actually think is genius because there's so many girls and a lot of them do music. And I think you could fill out a good 3-hour concert, 4-hour concert, longer than that, the amount of girls that they have that do music. But then Natalie also says that she wants everybody to be unified. So she said she's going to be handing out Baddies chains to the girls that never got one, which I thought was kind of interesting. It's like, okay, I guess if you do it this way, then there won't really be no more fighting over the chain. He starts off with Krishan, which I didn't even realize that. I was like, she never got a baddie shit. I guess it did kind of start after her. But yeah, come on now. Krishan definitely deserves a baddie's chain. Krishan starts crying. She appreciates it so much. I'm just laughing because if you watch Krishan like in interviews and stuff, she always cries when she gets gifts. She's just such a like sensitive person. But yeah, anyway, she totally deserved that. Like, I think her putting persuasion in the sink, like that moment really took baddies and made baddies soar. That is probably still to to this day, the most iconic moment of Baddies. Gretchen and Smiley get their Baddies chain. Both of them cry. I'm like, they must all be really drunk because there ain't no way. It's funny that Bobby Light calls out Smiley crying. He's like, don't start that crying. I'm like, Krishan cried. Big Gretch cried. Why are you saying that only when Smiley's crying? Cut it out, boy. And then Cold Killer, which really, I feel like Cold Killer should have got her chain last season. I said it and I'll say it again. She should have got Fauna's chain. Yeah, underappreciated. Cold Killer finally gets her chain. Why the is Summer standing up? Summer, yeah, Cold Killer. She's standing up, walking up to Natalie. Natalie said, Summer, go sit down. Don't take nobody's moment like that. Sit your ass down. I don't care if you are cheering her on. It is so weird. Girl, why are you acting like you love Cold Killer all of a sudden? She's just being weird. Cold Killer says she felt kind of salty because she didn't feel like they gave it to her because she earned it. They just gave it to her because like everybody's gonna get it. But like, no girl, you earned it. Okay, and then finally Natalie Nunn gives the BGC girls all bad girls chain, which is so cute. I don't know if it's just me, but when I see all the BGC girls, I'm like, can we get a spin-off with them? It's just so nostalgic to see them, and I don't even want them to be fighting. They don't gotta fight. I totally would want to just follow them along in their life and their journey, see what's going on, how in their relationships, what is their love life looking like, you know, I would love to follow their journey, but I don't think they're gonna do that. Oh my gosh. And the more I see Summer's lip, the bigger it gets. This girl, literally, she had this injury right here from last season. Then she got this injury right here from this season from Tasiki. Her lips are just twisting all sorts of ways. She can't even talk anymore. She can't even talk, and she's still trying to talk through her twisted lips. That's the crazy part. Summer is talking about persuasion on the sideline, but she's not really making a lot of sense. Like, her words are barely cohesive. She's just babbling out words. She's like, this stupid ass I'm being harassed. You're gonna be wearing them tomorrow. Like, oh my god. This girl is so far gone. Now I bet you Summer talks in her sleep. She gives me one of those people that talk in her sleep. Persuasion, she notices Summer. She starts to have PTSD because she has a flashback to when, what? The infamous scene that I was just talking about where Krishan put her ass in the sink. So she was like, yeah, we're not doing that again. This time, I'm gonna be ready. And I see Summer, so boop, 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 boop. Like, I got my eye on her. Of course, Summer walks up to Persuasion. Persuasion gets ready. All I see is boom, 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 boom. Like, oh my gosh. Persuasion was getting her. Like, Persuasion impressed me. I don't know if it's the weight gain. I don't know if she's been working out lately or what. But yeah, she tore Summer's ass. So then, of course, we got the preview for the next episode. And one of y'all keep telling me that I need to do an outro. So this is for you, okay? Yeah, pretty much that's it for this week. See y'all next week. Bye.